In this lesson, we'll integrate this template whose source code is available in the description. And in this first part, we'll only integrate the public pages, and that is the home, post, and about. And then in the next part, we'll integrate the private pages, and that's the dashboard, admin posts, and categories. Before we start integrating this template, let's go to our application. And here I'm going to delete the files that we no longer need. And that is the counter component and its template. So I'll delete all that. And then in our routes file, I'm going to delete this. We no longer need this route, and we no longer need to import that component. After that, I'll go to our layout, and here, to start using Tailwind on this layout, let's include our compiled CSS in the head by using the vit blade directive. And here we'll pass the path to our CSS file before it's compiled by vit. After that, finally, we will start the build process. With that set, we can start integrating our template, and we'll start by opening a new terminal and creating our homepage Livewire component. After that, we'll go to the template, and here we are just going to render a H1 which says homepage. And finally, we'll go to our routes file, and we are going to assign a named route to that component. And now we will switch to the browser, and if we refresh, it's working. What I'd like us to do now is to go to the template and grab everything that we have in the body of the homepage, which is index.html. I'll grab that. Then in our layout, I'm going to paste everything and collapse this section so that it's easy to read. After that, we will keep the sections that are common in every page so that we can reuse them when rendering this layout in different pages. And if we start with the first section, the hero section is not common to every page. It's only available in the home page. So I'm going to remove that. Then the sidebar is common to every page. And in this lesson, we are only covering the public pages. So I'm going to remove the private ones. The main section, the content of it is unique to every page. So I'm going to remove the content, and we'll replace that with a slot. And the footer is common to every page. So save that, then go to the browser, and everything is working. We have a sidebar, we have our footer, and we have our content, but the image is not loading. So let's grab the images from the template. I'll copy the images and paste that in public directory. And now if we go to the browser and refresh, the image is loading. Now let's provide the homepage content from the template. I'll go to the template, grab the content of the main section, back to the application, and I'll paste the content. And if I go to the browser, everything is working. Now let's render the hero section as well. I'll go to the template, I'll grab the hero section, back to the application, and we cannot provide that here because that will be rendered inside the main tag. So what we can do, we can go to the layout, and here we can render it conditionally. So we can come above the sidebar, and we can just use at is set. Then we'll check if the variable hero is set. And if that is the case, we are going to render a hero slot. And now we can go to the home template, and we can use a hero slot. And inside the slot, we can paste our hero content. And if you go to the browser, everything is working as expected. Next, let's work on the posts page. So we'll go to our application, and we'll create a show posts Livewire component. And to keep things cleaner, I'll have that component inside the directory called posts, and you can use the namespace syntax to do that as shown here. Then the process is the same as before. We will go to the template, and here we are going to paste the content. So let's go to the template and grab the content. That is posts, main content. We grab the content, back to the application. After that, we assign a route with a name to that component. And finally, let's make the link in the sidebar dynamic. So I'll come here, and where we have the posts, I'll change this to point to that route name. I'll also change this one to be dynamic. And if we switch to the browser and click on posts, it's working. Finally, let's work on the about page, and the process is the same. So we will go to the application and we will create an about Livewire component. Then go to the blade view, then switch to the template, go to about, grab the content of the main section, back to the application, paste that here to the route file, and we are going to assign a route with a name to that component. Then we'll go to our layout and we will make that link dynamic. And if we go to the browser and click on about, it's working. That's it for this lesson. See you in the next one, where we will integrate the private pages. Cheers.